Hello, Wave Sign, back again with more Star Citizen. As of this recording, the Robert Space Industries and Cloud Imperium Games have made every trainer ship available to all backers with alpha access for a week. So, I am going to take that opportunity to get my first impressions with the Anvil Hornet F7A trainer, and probably the M50. Those are the only two that I don't have any flyable variants of actual yet. So, right now we're in the Hornet. I'm doing free flight because I want to figure out how these things fly before I go get shot up. So, thrusters to full. So those go off the top. Those probably need to spin up. So... yeah, there's that red out thing again. I really appreciate the sounds that your pilot makes, but I kind of wish that it didn't make pitching completely useless.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Slowed down the pitch. That didn't end up making any difference. Okay. Okay, so... I guess I flew outside of the sim. Whoops. Like, what? That...
Stand by for reintegration.
It didn't even show me leaving the simulation.
All systems online.
Whatever. So yeah, those deplete in power eventually. And those spin up. And those overheat quickly, okay.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Yeah. I cannot wait for them to figure out how to get the Crisis Engine to work with 64-bit addresses instead of 32-bit addresses, so they can actually expand the size of the simulation room. What does this thing look like from the outside? Pretty awesome. So far, it feels like it flies a bit more sluggishly than, or maneuvers a bit more sluggishly than the 300i. Definitely leaks better than the Aurora. Everything leaks better than the Aurora. Even though I haven't flown the Aurora in any of the new patches since I did my first impressions video, I don't think it's... From what I've read on the forums, it has not gotten any better since then.
Warning.
Yeah.
You are approaching simulation boundary. Warning. You are approaching simulation
Stop
boundary.
telling me that. So yeah, so far this seems to work pretty well, but that's with ComStab on. What happens when I take ComStab off? It definitely feels like it's moving a lot more slowly. And it probably is moving a lot more slowly, but... okay, I have not...
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Do not want... and... yeah. So... I have nothing for my missiles to lock onto, so... that won't work.
Flare.
Yeah. So yeah, the Hornet, I don't hate the Hornet. Hornet doesn't fly too bad.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
So that's what happens when ComStab is off. It doesn't compensate for your new vector. Slow down a bit. Yeah, so there's not much to do here in this. Let's not do that. How do I... That's the afterburner, I think.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Yeah. So this is basically exactly what your wingmen have in the single-player Vandal Swarm. Basic loadout. I am not super impressed with these guns, but I also am not. Whatever that does, it's kind of distracting. What happens if I hit that button? Oh, that's... Huh. So those are the strafing keys. I keep hitting buttons. And see, part of the problem with using a joystick is that I don't have enough buttons for, you know, strafing and stuff. But I can deal with that.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Let's try that.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Collision.
Yeah, let's fly backwards into something. And on that note, I think that's pretty much all I can really think about with the Hornet, is...
Stand by for reintegration.
It doesn't fly like terrible. It's better than the Aurora, and it feels a lot more sluggish than the 300i. So, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you later with more test flight week.